we'll start with the feet hip width apart, sit bone distance apart. Hands can come to your hips, or you can let the arms hang. We're gonna fold at your hips and knees, starting with a little squat, and then stand up, tracking your knees in line with your toes, keeping the spine long and neutral, hips back as you sit. Good, hips come between the feet or over the feet as you stand. Inhale, sit. Exhale, stand. This time we'll fold at the hips and knees, find that squat, and let's let the arms hang now. Open your arms out to the sides and lower down. Up to the sides and down, squeezing the shoulder blades. Lengthen your spine from head to tail. Lift your abdominals to support your spine. 2 more. Lift the arms to the sides, now little circles of your arms. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Reverse. And we'll stand all the way up. Let's take some big arm circles. Reach forward and up. Back behind you and down. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, back and down. One more big circle here. Grab onto your elbows, and we're gonna twist to the right. Back through center, twist to the left. Keep the hips squared forward as you rotate your ribs and shoulders. All right, we're gonna turn this into a balance work. So as you twist to the right, lift your right knee up in front of you. Step down as you come through center, and then switch. Left knee up as you twist to the left. Lifting the leg you're twisting toward. Ooh. Root down through the standing foot, lift through the crown of your head. One more each side. Okay, we'll stand on 2 feet, fingers to your shoulders now. Bring the elbows together, touch the elbows, and then pull the elbows back, squeeze the shoulder blades. Inhale, forward, squeeze your elbows. Exhale, back, squeeze the shoulder blades. Squeeze the front, open the back, and then squeeze the back, open the front. And let's take this into big circles of your elbows, as big as you can. Still brushing the elbows against each other in the front. Squeeze the shoulder blades as you come to the back. Reverse. Now let's take the elbows out to the sides. We're gonna row the elbows back, creating kind of a figure 8 through the ribs. Reverse, rowing the elbows forward. And we'll release the arms down by your sides. You can bring your palms to the outer thighs to brace yourself if you need. We're gonna slide one hand down, side bending over. Exhale, engage your abdominals to restack your spine. Other side, inhale over, let the head spill over. Exhale, navel in to lift up. Inhale over. Belly button to spine and restack. Getting a little taller each time you come up. Root down through both feet. Last one each way. All right, let's come back into our little squat. So fold at your hips and knees, let the arms hang for a moment. Long spine here, and we'll scissor the arms. One arm forward, one arm back. Lower and switch. Pressing the arms up toward the ceiling. Even weight between the toes and heels, the front and back of your feet. Let's take both arms forward and then both arms back. Both arms forward, both arms back. How high can you lift the arms in each direction? 2 more. And we'll stand all the way up. Okay, let's have some space in front of you, and we're gonna go down and up. Feet sit bone distance or wider. We'll stand tall. Fold at your hips and knees. Walk your hands out to a plank. Hold for a breath or take a little push-up. And then bend your knees. Walk your hands toward your feet. Come through a squat and stand up. And again. Feel free to go at your own pace. You're welcome to hold that plank a little longer if you want to. Two more. Last one. And all the way up. Let's stand with one foot in front of the other, standing heel to toe. We'll do some balance here. Equal weight on both feet. Squeeze your thighs toward each other. Draw your abdominal wall in and up. Collarbones wide and energy up through the crown of your head. You can keep your eyes fixed on one point for more stability, or for more challenge, move your head and eyes to look around the room. We'll switch legs, other foot in front. Standing heel to toe, equal weight on both feet. Squeeze your thighs together, draw your abdominal wall in and up, collarbones wide. You can keep your eyes fixed on one point, or move your head and eyes to look around the room, or you could try keeping the head fixed and closing one or both eyes. Let's stand with the feet next to one another. Feel free to hold on to something for balance. We're going to slowly lift your heels and slowly lower your heels. Lower down with control. Just barely touch the heels down and then lift up. Keeping the weight in your toes, especially into the big toe ball. Lift your heels up. Let's keep the heels lifted. Keep your spine vertical and now bend your knees and straighten. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Squeeze your legs toward each other as long as that feels okay. Two more. lower your heels down. Let's step one foot way forward, the other foot way back. Okay, square your hips forward. We're gonna lift the back heel up and down. Just a little bit more for that calf. Lower the back heel down and now flex your front foot and lower. Flex and lower. Three more. And we'll switch legs. One foot forward, one foot back. Straighten both legs and square your hips forward. We're gonna lift the back heel and lower down. For more challenge, you can wiggle the feet further apart. Three more here. And now we'll flex the front foot and lower. Flex and lower. Lift up through your pelvic floor and abdominals. Three more. And release. Let's step the feet out wide. We'll take a wide parallel stance. Hands to your hips, big hip circles. Big yawn for your hip joints. Reverse. And we'll turn the legs out, turn your toes out, heels in, stack your arms. And we're gonna take sumo squats. Fold at your hips and knees. And stand up. Inhale, fold. Exhale, stand. Good. Option to lift the heels at the top. Lower the heels and squat. Three more. All right, we'll stand. Let's stay in that external rotation and take a twist again to your right. Back through center and then to the left. Two more each way. Stabilize your legs and pelvis, rotating through your ribs and shoulders. Last one. All right, and let's come down to sitting. All right, so we'll have the legs together, hands behind your thighs, and lift your spine up, collarbones wide, and we're gonna hinge back. Take an inhale, hinge. Exhale, lift up to tall, to vertical. Inhale, hinge, press your feet into the floor, squeeze your thighs. Exhale, lift up. Option to let go and reach forward. Keeping the spine in neutral. Hinging at the hip joint. Zip up through your pelvic floor and abdominals and inner thighs. Two more. This time, let's hinge back and hold. We'll turn the palms down, pump for hundreds. Inhale for 5 arm pumps. Exhale for 5 arm pumps. Two more breaths. to come down onto your forearms, down onto your elbows. Okay. If this doesn't feel comfortable, you can lay on your back. We're going to take the legs up to tabletop. Imprint your spine, or try to, tucking the pelvis slightly. Press the top of the sacrum down or the top of your pants down for toe taps. Inhale, lower one foot. Exhale, lift and switch. Inhale, tap. Exhale, lift. Deepen your abdominals to lift your knee up. 3, 2, and 1. Both legs to tabletop. And now extend your legs up and bend the knees to tabletop. Let's do that a few times. Deepen your abdominals, lift your legs and bend. Exhale, lift. Inhale, bend. Let's lift and hold. And we're going to take little circles, keeping the legs together. Keep pressing the sacrum down. Reverse. And we'll bend the knees, place your feet down and come up onto your hands. We'll step the hands further back behind you, fingers pointing forward. Tricep push-ups, push-ups behind your back. Bend and straighten the arms here. Inhale, bend, exhale, press. Four more. Bend the arms, come down, and now little pulses, up an inch, down an inch, up an inch, down an inch. 6 and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll come up off the hands. All right, and let's grab some weights. We'll sit in any comfortable seated position. Elbows to your ribs, palms facing up, collarbones wide, or squeeze the shoulder blades. And we're going to rotate the arms out, in and forward. Rotating the upper arm bones within your shoulder sockets. Option to add a head and neck turn. Little neck stretch. Four, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, let's keep the elbows bent, and we're going to move the wrists. So you're going to move your knuckles up and down, flexion, extension at the wrists, stabilizing your forearms, moving slowly with control. Keep that little squeeze in your shoulder blades to support your arms. Okay, same thing, but we'll turn the palms over. So palms face down. Same movement, knuckles up and down, slow and controlled. All right, let's turn the palms up. Now, we're gonna point the knuckles in toward each other and then out to the sides. So we're doing this side to side movement of the wrists. Smaller range. Stabilize your forearms. Trying to keep the palms level with the floor. Okay, let's do that with the palms facing down. So back of your hands are flat, and we'll point the knuckles in and out. we'll keep the wrists straight. Turn your palms up and turn your palms down. Keeping the wrists straight, rotating the forearms to turn your palms up and down. Squeeze the shoulder blades, sit up tall. 3 more. Okay, you're gonna take one or both weights up. We're gonna do some tricep work. So if you're holding just one weight, you can hold both hands on that one weight. We're gonna bend the arms behind your head and lift up. Inhale, bend. Exhale, lift. Five more. And we'll set those weights off to the side. Okay, let's take a little twist. Reach one arm across the body, reach the other arm back behind you to the floor. Look back behind you, take a few deep breaths here. And we'll switch, twisting the other way. Look over your shoulder behind you. Spread your ribs wide as you breathe in. Relax the shoulders as you breathe out. All right, let's come down to a side lying position. Laying on one side, you can use a pillow or use an arm as a pillow. Okay, and we're gonna start with kind of tabletop on your side. So knees in front of your pelvis, 90-degree bend at the hips, 90-degree bend at the knees, and we'll stabilize the pelvis here. We're gonna start with parallel clamshell. Open the top leg up and lower down without moving the pelvis. Lift and lower. As if you're back or against a wall, not letting that hip open or roll back. Let's take this into big knee circles. So you're gonna lift, take that knee back behind you, down and forward. Big circle of that kneecap. Stabilize your pelvis. Reverse. How big a circle can you make with that knee while stabilizing your pelvis? Let's hover the top leg just over the bottom leg. You're gonna stabilize your thigh bone and straighten that knee and bend. Good. Stabilizing the thigh bone. Straighten and bend this knee, moving at the knee hinge, stabilizing at the hip joint. Let's straighten that leg out in front of you, flex your foot, and we're gonna rotate this leg out and in, or external rotation, internal rotation. Twisting your leg bone within your hip socket. 2 more. Let's come to neutral parallel. Point your foot, take that leg behind you. And now flex the foot, take the leg forward. Point, take the leg back. Flex, take your leg forward. Press the top hip slightly forward as your leg goes back. Bring that hip slightly back as your leg goes forward. So the pelvis is doing just the tiniest little counter movement, oppositional movement, in order to help keep the stability of your spine and pelvis.
And now we'll take that leg behind you, press the top hip forward, squeeze that glute, little circles back here, trying to stay in that glute, in your bum. Squeeze your butt. Reverse. And we'll bend this knee, rest it down. Let's straighten the bottom leg out. And you're gonna lift and lower the bottom leg. Exhale up, inhale down. Draw your abs in as you lift your leg. Connect your inner thighs and your abdominals. Hold the bottom leg up, little circles of this leg. Reverse. Hold that leg up, pulse it higher for 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, 1, lower down. Let's straighten out both legs. Long line through the body, squeeze your thighs together, abs pull in, and we're gonna lift both legs and lower both legs. Navel to spine, lift, inhale, lower. Belly button back to lift up. Option to add the upper body, a little lift through the head and chest as you lift your legs. Option to take the top hand off the floor. Maybe sliding that hand down toward your outer knee. 3 more. And 1. All right, let's go to the other side. You're welcome to use a pillow or use your arm. We'll start in kind of tabletop on your side. So 90-degree fold at the hips, 90-degree fold at the knees. And we'll start with parallel clamshell. Open the top leg and close. Make sure that hip does not roll back as you lift your knee. Two more. And now we'll take big knee circles. Lift up, take that knee behind you, down and forward. Big yawn for your hip joint. Stabilize your pelvis as you circle this knee. Reverse. One more here. And we'll hover the top leg just over the bottom leg, stabilize your femur, your thigh bone, and you're gonna extend this knee and bend. Straighten the knee and bend. Stabilizing at the hip joint, moving just at the knee joint. 3, 2. This time we'll straighten and hold. Flex this foot, rotate your leg. Internal and external rotation. So we're twisting the leg bone within your hip socket. Stabilize your pelvis. And back to neutral. Let's take this leg behind you. Point that foot, press the top hip slightly forward. And now flex your foot, take the leg forward, hip back. And again, sweep your leg back
and forward. Drive the top hip slightly forward as your leg goes back. Hip comes slightly back as the leg goes forward. So just that little counter movement through the hip in order to stabilize your spine and pelvis. Two more. And we'll take that leg behind you. Press the top hip forward a little more. Squeeze that glute. Little circles. Keep staying in that glute. So we keep trying to press back as you're circling. Back and back. Reverse. And we'll rest. Okay, let's straighten out the bottom leg. Place your top knee down in front of you. Lift and lower the bottom leg. Exhale up, inhale down. Connect your abdominals and your inner thighs. Navel to spine as you lift. Lift and hold little circles. Reverse. Hold it up, pulsing higher for 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, lower down. We'll straighten both legs out, long line from your head out through your feet. Scoop your abdominals in, and we're gonna lift both legs and lower both legs. Exhale, belly button back, and then lift the legs. Start your exhale, draw your abs in, and then lift. Option to add the head and chest lift. Option to take your top hand to your thigh. Maybe sliding that hand down your leg. Three more. And we'll lower down. Let's come belly down on the mat. And we'll come into a Sphinx position. So support it up on the elbows, elbows under shoulders. All right, palms down on the floor. Spread your fingers wide. Lift up through the top of your head, shoulders back. Try and pull your body forward with your arms. Hold and pull for another 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now tuck your chin to your chest, lift your lower ribs, lift your pelvis up in line with your shoulders. Hold and breathe here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the hips, lift your head, roll the shoulders back, and we'll do that again. Pull your body forward, or try to. Shoulders back, another 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tuck your chin, lift your abdominals, lift your hips up. Should feel challenging to hold it here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. We're going to do one more of each. Lift through the top of the head, shoulders back, chest forward. Pull with your arms for 8, 7, 6. Breathing. 5, 4. Squeeze the shoulder blades. 2, 1. And now tuck your chin, lift your abdominals, lift your hips up. 8, 7, breathe. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and come all the way down. Lower down to your chest, float your forehead an inch up off the floor, and we'll take the arms out to a T, out to the sides. Try and tuck your pelvis here, driving pubic bone down, belly button up, so that we're lengthening the lower back, elongating the lower back. Squeeze your shoulder blades, and we're gonna lift
Both arms up. Little circles of the arms. Press your feet down. Feel long through the sides of your neck, through the sides of your waist. Keep trying to hollow out your belly. Almost reversing the natural curve of your lower back. Reverse. Hover the arms just off the floor. Now turn your head to the right. Watch your right hand as you lift that arm up as high as you can without letting the left hand touch the floor. Bring that arm back down and we'll switch. Watch your left arm as you lift it up as high as you can without touching the floor with the other hand. And again, turn your head, watch that hand. Keep the feet down. Good, other side. Let's do that one more each side. And we'll rest. You can relax here or come into a child's pose or any stretch that feels good to you. Let's come up to hands and knees. Knees under hips, wrists under shoulders. Spread your fingers wide. All right, lift your belly button. So we're in that nice flat back. We're gonna keep both knees down, but you'll lift your right foot up. So foot up, knee down. And we're gonna use that foot as your tail. So we're gonna wag that tail to the right. Look over your right shoulder, find your foot. And now wag this foot to the left, look over your shoulder, find your foot there. And again, wagging right to left. Lift your belly button, engaging the abdominals as you side bend from one side to the other. One more each way. And we'll switch. Same thing, other side. Wag to the left first, look over your left shoulder, find your foot, and then over to the right, find the foot there. Squeezing through the oblique abdominals. Keep lifting your belly button. One more each side. And we'll set that leg down. Okay, point your elbows backward. We're gonna bend the arms, dive forward. So lean forward and then push up. So move the torso forward as you bend your arms, squeeze your elbows into your ribs, and then push up. Doesn't need to be a very big arm bend. Squeeze the elbows in, lean forward, and then press up. Inhale, bend. Exhale, press. Working those triceps. Squeeze your elbows in. One more. All right, we're gonna keep the hips over your knees. Walk your hands forward. Keep walking the hands forward until you can bring your chest toward the floor. Rest your forehead down. Your tailbone is way up in the air, so we're stretching the shoulders and back. We'll take a few breaths here. All right, carefully walk yourself back to hands and knees. Okay, we're gonna tuck the toes, lift your hips way up, find a downward dog-like stretch. You can hold in one place or pedal the feet. Relax your head and neck.
let's come onto your back. Lying down on your back. We'll straighten your legs down on the floor. Relax your legs, relax your hips. And we're gonna work the lower abdominals. So thinking about your pubic bone in relation to your belly button. We'll take an inhale. As you exhale, draw your pubic bone toward your belly button. Contracting the lower abs, lengthen your lower back. Inhale, let that go. And again, exhale, pubic bone to belly button. Inhale, release. Exhale, pubic bone to navel. So the pelvis will do a little pelvic tuck. But I want you not to do that from your legs, not your glutes. Keep all those muscles loosey-goosey. And just work the abs. Four more. Relax your neck and shoulders. One more. Pubic bone to belly button. Hold and breathe now. Keep that contraction. Stay and breathe for the count of 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Okay, let's bend your knees. Feet down on the mat, on the floor. Shoulder blades flat against the floor. And we'll go into some bridging. Take an inhale. Exhale, pubic bone to navel, and then lift your pelvis up. Press down evenly through both feet, through both arms and shoulders. Reach your knees over your toes. Hold for 3 breaths. And then we'll slowly come all the way down. One more like this. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale, pubic bone to belly button, and float your pelvis up. Press down through both feet. Press into the big toe balls. Pull your sits bones toward the backs of your knees, holding for 3 breaths. Deepen your abdominals with each exhale. And we'll come all the way down. Bring one leg to tabletop. We'll keep the hips level. Same thing, but just one leg. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, zip pubic bone to navel and float your pelvis up. Holding for 3 breaths. And we'll come all the way down and switch legs. Press the shoulders down. Keep your hips level, pubic bone to navel, and lift up. 3 breaths to hold. Deepen your abdominals with each exhale. And we'll come all the way down. Both legs to tabletop. Arms out to the sides. Imprint your spine. Press your lower back down. Curl the tailbone up. And we'll tip both knees over to the right. Inhale. Exhale, use your abdominals to come back to center. And switch. Inhale, tip the knees over. Exhale, navel down to bring your knees up. Keep both shoulder blades glued to the floor. Option to turn your head in opposition to the knees, opposite direction of the knees. One more each side. hug your knees. One hand on top of each knee. We're gonna stir the knees. Big circles, big yawn for your hip joints. Reverse. Okay, let's find your way up to standing. All right, and let's stand with your feet out wide, hands to your hips. We'll take some big, slow hip circles, big yawn for your hip joints. Just noticing how the hips feel here. And reverse. And bring your pelvis back to the center. Let your arms hang. We'll take a twist. Let the arms swing and sway. And back to center. Let's walk the feet underneath your pelvis. And we'll take some big arm circles. Inhale, reach forward and up. Exhale, back behind you and down. 2 more. Inhale, lift. Feel the space behind you. 1 more. Reverse. Inhale, back and up. Exhale, forward and down. 2 more. Root down through 1 foot and lift the other leg off the floor. Single leg balance. Energy down through your standing foot, up through the crown of your head. Think about lifting your pelvis up away from your standing leg. Create space in that standing hip joint. And we'll switch. Root down through 1 foot. Lift through the crown of your head. Lift your pelvis up away from your standing leg, creating space in that hip joint. Soften your shoulders. Belly button to spine. 5 seconds more. And we'll stand on 2 feet. And you're all done.